There is a movement afoot to kick Jason Kenney out of the Premier's chair as we head up to the UCP Leadership Review in Red Deer on April the 9th. It's called Take Back Alberta, which apparently has around 16,000 members. David Parker used to be on Kenney's campaign team in 2017, is spearheading the group, and he joins me now from Lacombe, Alberta. David, how did this grassroots movement begin?
Fundamentally, I think it was very spontaneous in the sense that I think a lot of us really believed that Jason Kenney was the man who was going to bring back the Alberta Advantage. That's kind of what he promised us. And I think when he started to show who he really was, and we realized we can't trust him because he lies to us, I think that lack of trust has really been the foundation of this movement, I would say.
Is there any real way to reconcile or mend fences with Jason Kenney and unite the United Conservative members?
I think that the United Conservative members are pretty united actually right now against Jason Kenney. So in fact, we can almost be thankful that he is uniting us.
You know, some critics say this movement, all it really does is fracture support within the party, creating more division and a weaker party as we head into next year's provincial election. How would you respond to that?
Well, next year's election will be determined by whether or not Jason Kenney is the leader of this party. If Jason Kenney is the leader of this party, then Rachel Notley is the next premier of Alberta.
So who would you like to see become the next leader of the UCP? Maybe Brian Jean, perhaps? I mean, his by-election is coming up March 15th in Fort McMurray.
No, actually, Take Back Alberta has no preference for who the next leader is. We don't believe that politicians are the answer to our problems. We believe that the people need to make demands. They need to say, these are the things that we want our government to do. And if whoever the leader is, if the leader does not do those things, then we'll do what to that next leader, what we did to Jason Kenney.
Former Conservative leaders Ed Stelmach and Alison Redford both received around 77% approval rating shortly before stepping down. Now, Jason Kenney says 50+1 is good enough for him. Should it be good enough?
Absolutely not. It's completely ridiculous for a leader to only have 50% of his own party members that are willing to spend $100 to attend an SGM. It's completely ridiculous for a leader who only receives 50%+1 of that vote to think that he can lead a party into the next election.
Thanks so much for your time, David. That was David Parker from Take Back Alberta joining us from Lacombe. And just a reminder, the Leadership Review of Jason Kenney, our Premier, is coming up on April the 9th.